How we do this? Send. Okay, I think we're on. Hey, there he is.
Who knew that we'd work that out so quickly?
Wow, you're starting. Already starting.
No, I didn't know how to request to be in it. So
Mate,
I'm
don't worry.
putting myself in the same useless boat that you're in.
I got you, mate. I got you. Don't worry about
You worked it out much faster. Oh, how you doing, man?
it. I'm good. Apparently, I'm a minute late. I've already got the people at Disney letting me know.
Red dot on your forehead, but
Yeah. I hear some noise outside.
no. Oh, you won't hear him coming. You won't hear him coming.
Yeah, it's just it. How you been?
I'm good. I've not spoken to you in 4, 5 hours.
Couple hours.
Yeah.
This is funny because I wondered how it would change the dynamic of the conversation, being aware that we were getting running commentary the entire time. So I'll try to not be as self-conscious as I normally.
Yeah. Don't be as awkward as you usually are.
Coming from you, all right.
What do you mean? All right. So tonight, big night.
It is. It is. For those.
R.I.P. Albert. I mean, no joke. Wouldn't that be fun to just slide that in right away? How you feeling?
I don't know. I feel a little nervous. I saw they've teased some things in the trailer, and seems like they're really hyping up what will be an epic back half of the season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be some twists tonight and some surprises, and I'm just trying to keep it vague so I don't get in trouble. I'm just trying to make sure I don't say anything specific. But I'm really excited for people to see some of our work. I think a lot of effort was put into specifically this episode. So at least on my end, I don't want to speak for everybody. But how are you? How about you? How do you feel about coming back for the second
I'm
half?
excited. It's always nice when the show's on air. As you say, we put a lot of hard work in, so it's nice when it's then out into the world and people can have an opinion on it. Hopefully, it's a good opinion. But I was thinking something today. I was looking through the questions that we got sent, and one jumped out at me.
Oh,
I have your opinion on it.
Okay.
And it's never been specifically said within the show, which to my mind means it's up to us to decide in this very moment.
Okay.
Where does Albert sleep?
Albert, where does he sleep?
Does Buck have a second bedroom? Are you on the couch? Are we top and tailing it?
I always assumed it was like a Harry Potter under the stairs situation, like in a cupboard.
Wow.
You only let me out meal times. You only let me out.
That's dark.
Yeah. Well, it turns out Albert's a wizard, and
okay, there you go. There's a light at the end of the tunnel there. Okay. So you think under the stairs?
Yeah.
There's not a cupboard under the stairs, but okay.
Okay.
I've always thought maybe on the couch.
Okay. We don't share a bed. Both of us are dodging the elephant in the room. We don't share the one bed that's in the apartment. Is that?
It's up the staircase. I figure Albert drinks a lot. Would I have to carry him up the stairs all the time to get him there? So I think you're on the couch, but you think you're in a cabinet or a cupboard somewhere in the room.
That's so funny. He does drink a lot. It's so funny. I have to tell mates, like, people ask, what I'm up to on the show and stuff. And, I'll sort of just have to answer pretty late, like abruptly, like, what does any 20-something-year-old do in Los Angeles? And I've defiled a couple of couches so far. I've, yours and Chimney's. I seem to be, quite debaucherous and just enjoying Hollywood living. But I was going to ask you, when I obviously, joined the show, I went back and watched a lot of the earlier seasons, and he seems to be repeating in the footsteps of a certain character.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was going to ask you if that reminded you of anybody.
Yeah. I did like the idea of when I first read that we were going to be roommates, that it could almost be like an older brotherly figure to be like, hey man, I've done what you're doing now. It ain't the way.
Yeah.
I wondered if any of that would ever creep into it. So yeah, no, there's definitely a hint of old Buck 1.0 in there.
Mm, mm.
How did you feel when you joined the show? Were you nervous? Were you intimidated? Were you? I mean, I don't want to say that I'm intimidating, but no. Were you by everything?
I felt, I was nervous. Mum was happy I had Kenny there because she felt like, he has a Korean obligation to look after me. So it's kind of like joining a high school, but your older brother already goes. So you have a softer landing. And yeah, I was super nervous. You were very welcoming, which then I got to know the real you and turned out to be a complete...
yeah, but at the beginning, that's the important part.
Yeah,
Let you settle in and then make you incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah. then you, I mean, we're talking old school bullying, atomic wedgies. Whenever I had like my script books, you just smack them down on the floor, walk off laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading.
No, everybody's been really kind. It's been tough in some ways to have joined the show properly at a time when we're being told to distance. So, I'm trying my best to sort of get to know everybody I can on set, but the only cue I have is this, like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we actually worked one of those first days back together. Remember, the end of the first episode, or maybe the end of the second episode, where you are talking to Maddie and Chimney on FaceTime, and I come in, and that was, I think, one of the first days shooting. There's that picture of us standing side by side in our tents.
Right.
So yeah, we were right in there. In fact, you worked the very first day, didn't you? You and
Yeah. Jennifer and I, we were the guinea pigs.
Aisha said something. By everybody, you mean Aisha? What did you say to do with everybody? Did you say everybody's
welcoming and all that?
Oh, well, you didn't mean Aisha then.
Can we talk about how great she is for a second? Can we?
I'd really rather not.
I was so going back to season 3, my first day then was the karaoke scene. So I had just met you guys, and it was going to be so awkward to be like, I already had it in my head. I was panicking, like, oh, I'm going to get introduce myself, and then I'm going to go up on stage, sing Elton John. Am I going to have a backing track? Are they going to judge me purely based on this? And
we did.
I was sweating, mate.
Yeah.
It
was originally going to be me and you.
I did hear that. Did you mention that at some point? Yeah.
And
you backed out.
Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
Backed out.
So instead we got lucky because we got to hear Aisha's incredible singing voice. But yeah, nobody.
There's nothing she can't do. But
yeah, hey, you ended up living with me.
Hey?
You ended up living with me.
I ended up living with you. So actually, now flipping the question on you, how does it feel? You were the rookie of the show, as you sort of mentioned when you first started, just being the youngest, purely just off of that fact alone. And now being in season 4, welcoming other cast members, is there a sense of comfortability now in the show for you? Have you started to get a little, like at the back of your hand, it's the well-oiled machine that you sort of, your way around the place? Is that the point you're at now, or does the job sort of continue to surprise you and keep you on your toes a little bit?
I think it's a little dangerous if you ever get too complacent with the, I know this like the back of my hand mentality.
Right.
I think that it's always much more beneficial, certainly personally, if you feel a little bit like, okay, right, what are we doing? How are we going to do this? How are we going to work this one out? So I think in some respects, yes, but also I'm very cautious of that sinking too far in where, I want to come to work and I want to feel some sense of like, hey man, you got to bring it today.
Right.
Aisha just commented that you guys missed out because of quarantine on making your album together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Should we
That would have been a thing. That would have been something.
should we be getting her in on this?
Probably.
Yeah.
But we only have but 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left.
I'm only contractually obligated to speak to you for 15 minutes.
Oh,
And
oh,
I am out.
oh God.
So tonight's episode. So Albert is involved in an incident.
He is. Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, it's been in the traders.
Okay. Albert is involved in an incident.
I have a question for you about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know that I know this, and I'm sorry to embarrass you.
Oh no.
Is it true that in the filming of tonight's incident,
Mm-hmm.
did you throw up a little bit?
What? Who told you that? I told one person that, and everybody found out. Who told you that? I can't even.
I just hear things. People don't even know that I'm listening. Sometimes I'm just behind corners like this.
Yeah. I
Is that true? And if so, do you feel like that added to your performance?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't exactly explain like why, because it'll give away a lot of the plot. But I did. I had a very cheeky shunda, as we say in Australia. It was very tactile. I basically, yeah, I can't really explain it. If you see the episode tonight, you'll understand why. But my greatest piece of advice is time your snacks, time them very intelligently, schedule them in a way that they don't coincide with any particular any particular.
Yeah. Listen, I tell you, and Aisha just said it now that she had her thoughts on that. She had your back though. She was.
I feel like she might have had my. Anybody's ever had my. Well, that's
all right. Just to let you know, I was also there, but
no. You definitely want for me. It's one of those things. Okay, actually, this is nice to sort of bring it back to that. Feeling welcomed by the cast. Felt like you guys really stood with me. You know, during some of the tough things to get through, and yeah, I'm eternally grateful to everyone, minus you of course.
Obviously, goes without saying.
Yeah, but no, I really adore the camaraderie this cast has, and to have joined, a couple seasons in, there was definitely, I had reservations of maybe how I would be received, but it's been a very soft landing, and I like that we get to make important TV together.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I have to say, like, obviously, it's a big episode tonight, so I hope everybody tunes in. But you really were a trooper through it, and you had some tough stuff, and you hung in there, and it's not easy to do that stuff. So I wish you a lot of luck on your next show. No, in all seriousness, you put in great work tonight, and I'm excited to see it on the screen. I hope everybody who's watching this tunes in.
Yeah.
We
and maybe
before, it's also worth mentioning before we run off that there's baby on the way, and we're going to become uncles.
That's a big deal. Uncles is going to be big. And I do have to ask quickly before you go, speaking of babies and a potential mad baby tonight, you yourself recently picked up a new baby in the form of Jade.
Oh my goodness. I was like, what do you know?
Yeah.
That was a worrying moment. My puppy Jade.
I just wanted to ask, lastly, do you find yourself wanting to get home quicker now from set? Is there a bit of an aspect of wanting to get home?
I sit in the car for 10 minutes before I go in.
Hey?
The opposite. I get home and I just sit in the car and I think, all right, she's probably going to want to bite me.
Yeah.
Puppies are hard work. I had no idea how, like, I know this is kind of naive, but obviously there's a lovely, cuddly aspect, but it's also hard work raising a puppy.
I would not know.
It is. I can tell you. It's like a baby, but it's fast.
Right. Well, I think it's better off in the show than maybe we're getting experience as uncles, sort of from that distance. You can get the baby back. That's amazing. Well,
listen, man. 7 Central tonight on Fox. You'll see John, Harlan, Kim,
Oliver Star
as the Albert Hahn.
Well, you're not playing Albert Hahn. I'm playing Albert
No,
Hahn.
no, I introduced you, and then you were going to introduce me.
Oh, and he's playing.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Moment's gone.
They don't fuck, but all right, yeah, okay.
I will. I'm gonna. I'll text you after the episode. I'll let you know how I think you did.
All right.
All right, man. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, you.
All right. Remember, you're meant. Just so you know, so I don't want you to get in trouble. You're meant to save the live when we come off of it.
I'm getting some messages now about it.
All right. Just making sure. All right, man. I'll catch you soon.
Later, brother.
Bye bye.